who was named Saul, who later, by the way, was humbled and was awakened.
This is live.
His other name, according to the Romans, was Paul, by the way.
And
they stoned Stephen.
It just got cut off.
Calling upon God and saying, Lord Jesus, receive my spirit, he said. And he kneeled down. He cried with a loud voice, lay not this sin to them. And when he said this, he fell asleep. And that's the day we're in. That's the day we're in. A couple of years ago, right before the Notre Dame Cathedral burnt down. Before the Notre Dame
April
Cathedral
15th?
burnt down, which, by
April
the way,
15th?
the only thing they saved was the crown of thorns, ironically enough. They paraded all the saints that were statues that were beheaded.
Skywatch, don't
be an
forget to
interesting
smash
time,
the like button.
my friends. It's going to be an interesting time. I'm excited. Shh, you all should be excited too. We can't lose. We can't lose. Why? Because God's champion is with us. That's right. So,
You gonna sip of that? I'm a little thirsty.
pray, be kind, be patient, and don't get stressed. This is the most amazing time for us all to be alive. Listen to that inside voice. Don't listen to everybody on the outside. Go to God. God will give you the answers. All right, listen.
Thanks
I
for
hope
hanging
that
out,
this was a
Jacob.
fun show.
You looking
I'm
up?
so happy to see so many people watching. Thank you for leaving a like. Thank you for commenting.
You're welcome.
If you want to get yourself any of the merch, everything's in the description of the video. If you want to get yourself a copy of The Calling, it's in the description of the video. You can get it on Amazon. Read a bunch of reviews, like 1,000 reviews, just for the paperback alone. Awesome novel. Awesome day we're in.
Skywatch.
Awesome that all of you
been paying
are
attention
part
to
of the Israelites.
I've been trying to tap
My
into them
family.
live
I
to
love
see
you
if
all
I can talk
so
to them.
much.
We
Thank
can make
you so
some
much.
references.
Have the best day.
I'll show you the
ever,
references.
and I will. I'll talk
later
to
on.
you soon. All right.
Thanks,
Bye-bye.
Jacob. See ya. John from Denver. You know how I am. I do the things that I try to tap in with people in their communication live as they're doing it to see if they'll make reference to anything, just because I'll point to certain areas and yep. That was fun. I enjoyed that, Jacob, because I was able to tap in for a good 15 minutes. And then my video, I went to take a screenshot for some reason and messed things up. So let's see how this one turned out. Because I like this better than, it's like going to the crowns. Hold on. I like this better than, because if I can't get home and show some things that I want to, I can just do it here in the palm of my hand. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Oh, there you go. There's a main crown right there. So it works. Good. Thanks, John, because it was getting frustrating trying to record things, and I spent all that time, and then it says failed recording non-stop over and over again. And I got the message from a month ago, a couple days ago. Thanks, John. Denver. Because I tried this other app, and it just kept shutting off. And I couldn't trust recording because I was wasting my time with Shut up,
this
Robin.
one so far has been
Shut up.
shown.
Still trying to get used to it. I don't know why. Why did I go over here? I'm gonna go here tomorrow for the first time, I think, in my life, because it's my wife's birthday tomorrow, and I don't know if I was in here when I was a kid or not, but I sure can't wait to go in with a new set of eyes. I felt like the last video, as I was walking up, I'm going to show you in the video that I'm going to upload it, because I tapped into Ryan Hall, y'all, when he was doing a live stream. And the only reason I knew I could do that is because before I was going on Derek Brose's channel the second week in a row, I was watching 3 videos all about the weather manipulation, and then he started showing it as his show was going live, when I'm waiting in the ranks to be called up. Out of 7 billion people on the planet, whoever I guess shows up first, he put up there. So I realized that I can actually tap into people that are doing live streams and get them to react, because it's fun. I'm not trying to say I'm anybody besides somebody that can get people to react on their live streams on the YouTube platform as I push my record button trying to talk to them. So you'll see he was showing the building of the art museum, the roof, and you'll see in Jacob's video, before I even rewatch it, you're seeing that roof, and then you're seeing another roof that he shows, and he's talking about it. He's talking about showing it at the same time that he's talking about it. And that's those things. If I didn't push record, if I didn't try, I wouldn't get the enjoyment out of it, of just communicating with Elon Musk in code. Because everybody's hidden, and I get to be somebody that enjoys it, struggles with it, comes to grips with it, and then just accepts it. I don't know. I mean, I didn't know. Was this all by design? But how could 46 years be designed? How would you even know what I was going to do? Well, because you're the gods of the universe. This is my favorite railing system for outside. I love it. I think I said this before in a video. I just love it's just perfect. It's like whoever came up with this design did a fantastic job. So when my house is built, probably this would be more like by the water, by the beach type of look. Because all I'm trying to do is just create my own world. It's such a brilliant design. I absolutely love it. And it's not even rusting out, and it's true, like stainless steel. All I want to do is just share my life when I'm living it. I just want to share it. And for some reason, a lot of people would pay attention in the beginning, and I didn't understand why. But then I just kept talking and talking and talking, and getting reactions towards people. Love or hate didn't really matter. It was always a reaction from people, and then they started to prove that they're more important than what they're acting like. The people that are paying so much attention, the only one that really knows is them and me. The only one that really believes and truly understands is them and me, because they know absolutely where I did come from, which is from the projects. I started out really in the projects with my grandmom, Edith, my dad's mom. I think she died around 65. The Linden Field projects, they've been knocked down since. But that was one of the places I remember living with my 2 brothers, my dad, my stepmom, and my grandmom, all in a 1-bedroom project home. 6 people in one bedroom project home. And then his sister, my Aunt Barbie, Vargo, she was living in I think a 2-bedroom with her husband. Well, not really, just whoever she was with. His name was Porky. I don't know what his real name was, but they called him Porky. And then my cousin Josh, he kept the last name Tease, but he was a true snitch, because he snitched. He lied about things that said I was involved with when I wasn't, just because I got caught stealing stuff with him. And so I wound up just admitting it, and they gave me like a $13,000 fine. I never paid it. But he lied about something that I wasn't involved with. And he's my cousin. And then my other 2 cousins, as far as I know now, well, if I didn't know about gang stalking back then, and I'll leave it at that. I need to learn how to not accuse outright directly. You didn't hear me accuse anybody of anything, right? But you know exactly what I'm implying. But you can't prove it because I didn't say it. Although you know it, and that's the language. That's the language I picked up on. Huh? What are you even saying, right? You don't even make sense. Well, to those that I'm talking to, I make perfect sense. And that's what this really is. It's just defeating those, I call them demons in your head, whatever tells you to not do something because you feel awkward doing it, when although you should do it, but you are afraid to do it. Like that kind of feeling. Just do it. So I talked to them, and they respond. And Jacob responded live, and that was my attempt was to get him to reference something live, to either prove to me that he's a time traveler and he knows what I'm going to do beforehand, or he's able to just tap in and do it. And then when I remember the Derek Rose, when I was going on the 2nd week in a row, he showed all the stuff that I was already looking at. And now that I think of it, my goodness, was that because of time travel? Or was that because he was tapping in, watching what I was watching, and then showing what I'm watching minutes before I appeared on his show live? Now you got me thinking about that one, Derek. For some reason, that kid's eyes are crossed. Remember when Click was showing you the kid attached to his mom? So that's something that I tapped into live on Ryan Hall Y'alls. But before that, I was on Derek Rose's channel. And when he showed the same 3 videos that I was playing, the reason why I showed those videos is because I was I wanted to be prepared and have something to say. And I felt like the week beforehand I had a 7-second delay, and this time I was ready. And then I watched Neil deGrasse and a couple other videos about the weather manipulation. They were just told, go, go, go. He's on to you. Go, go, go. Just go. I hear you. I hear both of you as I see. You're walking downhill. Right? See? Yep. Slow down. You don't have to go so fast. See? See that? That was a tap in live. I'll rewind it. I'm pretty sure I had it. I just didn't zoom in. Where I said, slow down. You don't have to go so fast. And she literally slowed down and turned to the left. But I am crazy. I am a lunatic that thinks I can tap into what people do in a live, pushing live record. I'm that person that thinks I can talk to a top channel like Jacob Israel, tap in live, and he can show me something that I'm showing you on the same exact screen as he's live, and I just push the record button to record him live. That's how this thing works, whatever it is. If I don't do anything or say anything, then nobody's going to react. But when I go out on a limb and say something and start to tap into the conscience of the people that are walking by, because when they do a tactic that looks like an obvious just hang out, kind of be there stall tactic thing, once they do that, they give it away as to why they're there. So then now I know that they're there. So the reason they're there is because they're tapped into me. So they listen to me. It's the Truman Show. Everybody has their ability. Everybody has their ability to give an access to watch what you're watching right now, to hear what you're hearing right now, live as I'm doing it before I record the video. So people have that ability to do that. And when they get as close to you as they can, and you can say something and you see their reaction, I hope to God I was recording that, because that was perfect. I just couldn't see it because it was too... This screen here is a little square. Like the guy at Beersheba, when I told him about the avocados, because what he did was he came with a spoon, and he had the spoon down here at his groin, and it was unusual because of how stiff his arm was as he was walking, to like kind of to show you the signs. So I interpreted it as he was talking about it. Remember 3/16/2020? Remember when Jonathan Kleck rang that bell? And a year later he said all hell broke loose when he rang that bell. Stock market. Man, I put my numbers out there for the first time in my life, the lottery numbers. I did it three drawings in a row. The first time I ever decided to put lottery numbers out there with the United States of America lottery system that has billions of dollars, millions and billions at time, which is the jackpot. The first time that I decided to put numbers out there, I played them 3 drawings in a row. And then the 4th drawing, I didn't play because it was past Jonathan Kleck's birthday. And then what happened was I picked 9, 14, 20, 35, and 46 because I'm 46 years old, because my number in Gematria is 914, and because this is the insurrection and takeover 2035. The numbers, if I can remember them in line, that happened on that same night that I said, watch, my numbers will hit, which they did, as I don't play the ticket this time because I already played it 3 in a row. What comes up? Well, let's start at the last. Start with the last number. The last numbers was 69, and then now we're going to go with the first numbers that hit: 14, 20, and then their next number was 30. It wasn't 35 like I was saying, because their next number was 54. I was saying 35 and then 46, and then because they had a 54 mixed in along with the 69, the 46 was the number in between with the 54 and the 69 combination. In between the circle, the barrier, was a 46. So I hit 9, 40, 14, 20, 35, and 46. The exact mirrored numbers, the total amount of numbers, with the first 5 balls, with the number with 2 numbers each, or with the number 9 is just 1. Every single number was in line. There was a 1, there was a 2, there was a 3, there was 2 4s, there was a 5, there was a 6, and there was a 9. And that's the first 5 drawings. First time ever. Close to $1 million hit. Just $1 million hit, just that close. I'm not trying to convince anybody, as your spirit sometimes enters in and says, yeah, so what, Robin? We're supposed to believe you. I have to remind you that you don't have to believe me. I'm not asking you to. This is just something God wants me to do. He wants me to speak out publicly and just record what I see and try to tap into people live, the top YouTube channels, because it proves the communication. It proves something. What am I trying to prove? I mean, I guess I'm trying to instill faith. I guess that's what it really is. I'm trying to instill faith in the people. I show people things, and you see it, and then other things happen, and you know as well as I do that the earth is ran by people, and they're on freaking YouTube. The hardest thing to believe before is that they would be on YouTube. The Planet Runners. But they are. They're on there. And I'm showing you who they are. And then I'm showing the intermingling with them. I get frustrated at times because when do I get to live like you guys and give the system the boot? At some point, yeah, but at some point I'm gonna die too, and then I'll realize where I'm gonna go and how it all works once I die. But in the meantime, I don't really know. I don't know when I'm gonna die. I don't know the timing of things. I don't know when I'm gonna finally relax from all the labor. I know it'll happen, but I just don't know when. I didn't know when I was getting out of jail, and then I got out. So I knew that day. So I just have to accept when it happens, it's gonna happen. I'll find out then.